What's up, guys? I'm a little late posting this, but I picked up this 4.6 liter. It's an interceptor, police interceptor motor, which they call them. Say they have PI heads and a PI intake, which it's an upgrade to put on a standard 4.6 2-valve motor, like a 96, 98. You put these heads on there and this intake on there, and you gain a good bit of horsepower. But I took the valve covers off of it. You can't see it now, but it was really clean. I was surprised how clean it was. There's no oil tarnishing on any of the parts. From looking at it, it looks like it was in an accident, and maybe the hood or front end of this police car got bashed in and broke both valve covers and took a chunk out of the timing chain right there. But for some reason they pulled this engine and sat it in the corner of the shop for several years. So it sat there and collected dirt and more dirt. But when I pulled it apart, it looked very clean, and the timing chain sprocket on the camshaft here had a date code of a 2008, which would have been the last year of the Ford Crown Vic. So yeah, you can see it even bent this bolt. Just whatever was up here in front of the car, and when it hit, it just pushed into the engine. But it looks a little dingy on the outside, but I'm telling you, when I pulled them valve covers off, I was pleasantly surprised of how clean it was. At first, I didn't know what I was going to do with it. It's a pretty wide motor. You know, it's 2.5 feet, 3 foot wide. There you go. It's about 29 inches wide. And my dad's been wanting to do a 55 Crown Victoria, and I was trying to talk him into putting this thing in something in the future and making it go carburetor, have a standalone computer, and then having to buy a special bell housing or having a standalone computer for the overdrive transmission that goes to this is a little pricey. And he could build a stroked 302 much cheaper than what he can make this thing work, since it doesn't have the computer and everything. So I have a guy that says he's going to come give me a little bit of money for it, so we will see if he shows up. But it's interesting. I mean, I always wanted to see something old with a modular motor in it, but it's the first modular motor I picked up, and I don't think it's going to happen this time around. So still got the water pump, still got the AC compressor, power steering pump. The accessories are still there, so it's worth a little bit of money. And that intake through Summit is $260 just for the intake. So we'll see if somebody comes up with some money and they get it off my hands. But anyhow, I figured I'd share this with you guys. Have a good one.